guys, welcome back. It's your girl Katie here, and in today's video I'm going to be doing my Shop My Stash for the month of December. Now, how I normally do these is I will bring you guys along with me as I pick out the products, and then after that I will do a trying on of all the products on my face. But before we get on into this video, please make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. But other than that, let's just go ahead and get on into this video. Alright, so as usual, I'm going to pick my palette out first. Alright, and then the palette that I'll be using this month. So the number this month is 45, which is the Violet Voss Essentials 2. So here is what the inside of the palette looks like. So this one looks like it's a pretty good mixture of neutrals and colors. So I think this will be a fun one to play with. So moving on to my foundations over here, I'm going to choose this one here. This is by Maybelline, and this is the Dream Urban Decay foundation. I used this one in a recent trying out new makeup or new to me makeup, and I really liked it. And so I just want to play around with this one more. And this is in the shade, Ivory. And then for concealer, I think I'm going to choose this e.l.f. one, and this is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Light. So for brow products, I'm going to choose the CoverGirl and use that with the Benefit Brow Gimme brow product here. I want to try to make this one work, but just in case it doesn't, I'm going to pair it with this one so that I can use it up. Alright, and then moving on to mascara, I think I'm going to pull this one down here, and this is the Grande. And this is the Grande mascara. This is a lash boosting formula mascara. So for gloss, I think I'm just going to choose... I'm going to choose this ColourPop one here. This is just the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Well Nested. So I'm going to choose that one. Then for lipsticks, I'm going to choose, I think this brand is called Folly Fire, but this is one of their lipsticks in the shade Here to Slay. This really pretty red. I'm still feeling the red lips. I've been wanting to wear one, but I think I'm going to do a lipstick this time, like an actual lipstick. And then for liquid lipsticks, I'm going to actually pull out two. I'm going to pull out this Dose of Color one here, which is in the shade Truffle, and then I'm going to pull out an Ofra one here in the shade Havana Nights. I really like the look of the shade. It's really kind of like a dark vampy look, so I think it'll be good for the month of December. Alright, so I'm going to skip on a setting spray because I'm still trying to use up another one. I'm not going to pick out primer. It's just not been using it. So that does it for over here. So let's move on over to my other drawers and pick out the face products. Alright, so skipping setting powder just because I'm trying to use up a different one. So moving on to the bronzer down here. I think I'm going to pull out this Wet n Wild one here. This is just one of the Wet n Wild bronzers in the shade Sunstep Strips Tease. And here's what it looks like. It does look a little like shimmery or kind of glowy, but that's okay. Alright, and then on to blush. So for blush, I'm actually going to pull out two blush products. I'm going to pull out this one here by Wanderer Beauty, but this is actually like a blush and highlight palette. But I did want to go ahead and pull it out and play with it, so I'm going to pull this one out, and then I'm going to pull out this ColourPop here one. It's one of their one of the Candyland blushes, and this is in the shade Gummy More. I haven't used this one either, and I want to play around with it, so pulling out these two products. And then moving on to highlight. I think I'm going to pull out this Milani one here. This is a baked highlighter in the shade Dulce Pearly. I don't know how to say it. It's in the shade 110. here's what it looks like. So I don't know if I've used this one before, so I want to get some use out of it, so pulling this one. Alright guys, so that's everything. So now let's just go ahead and get on into the trying on part now. Alright, so now that I have all my products picked out, let's just go ahead and get on into the trying on part now. If you guys hear any weird noises behind me or just hear any weird noises in this video, my dog is in the room with me and he snores really loud. So that's what you're hearing. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and prime my face. Even though I didn't pick out a primer, I'll just show you what I do to prime my face. I just use this M Green Grass CBD head to toe cream here. This is just a moisturizer, but I really like how it feels on my skin, and it does a good job moisturizing and just priming my face. And I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in. All right, so now that I have you zoomed in, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Oh, my hands are so dry right now. It is like crazy dry here. The weather is just, so I'm just gonna put some lotion on, because why not? All right, so going in with primer, just gonna do about a pump on the back of my hand here, and then just put that all over my face. I already washed my face this morning, I just hadn't moisturized it yet, so. But how is everyone doing today? When I'm filming this video, yesterday was Thanksgiving, so it's a Friday, but I don't think you guys will see this till Monday, so. But I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving, whatever you guys did, whether it just be stay in or have some family over. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I had a pretty good Thanksgiving, had some family over. It was a jolly good time. Ate lots of food. Alright, so now my face is primed. I'm just going to go ahead and go in with the foundation. And like I said, I chose the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover. It's supposed to be a full coverage foundation. So I would say it's a medium coverage. I don't think it's full coverage. It does have like this tiny little tube, which I guess I could apply directly to my face, but I don't really want to. And then going in with a beauty sponge. My face is actually cleared up a lot, which I'm really glad. So I don't think I will need a ton of foundation today. I mean, I still have some red spots, but I don't really have any like ongoing pimples. Just like old ones that are just going away, but no active ones, so that's good. See, like I say, it's like medium coverage because even though I went over with like one layer, I can still see a little bit of red peeping through. So that's why I wouldn't say this is full coverage. But I think you can build it up to maybe full coverage. It's just not with just one layer. I don't count having to build up foundation as like being considered as full coverage. I think full coverage is one pump, put it on your face, that's it. That's what I consider full coverage, not having to build it up. That's not full coverage in my book. Alright, so for concealer, again, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Light. I've tried these out before. So far, the products I've tried out. I haven't picked anything new up, but this is a pretty good, from what I remember, this is a pretty good concealer, but let's see. I think this one was supposed to be like a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape one. And it's definitely got more of a thicker consistency, but it blends out pretty well. And it does say, I like on the tube here, that it's supposed to be like a 16-hour wear. I've never tested that out. I don't normally wear my makeup for 16 hours. So I can't say if that's accurate or correct. That's just what they claim. Sorry if my voice sounds a little rough right now. The weather, like I said, it's been so dry and everything, so I need to hook up my humidifier because I've been noticing the last couple of mornings, I've just been waking up with, like the dry throat and everything. I don't think I'm getting sick or anything, it's just the air. I just need to be making sure to drink more water. Drink your water, people. Dehydration is no joke. It can happen. Alright, so that's done. I'm wanting to put some brows on because I'm looking pretty pasty and no brows. Alright, so I think I'm going to try to go in with this Gimme Brow by Benefit brow product here by itself. I'll see how it works. I think you're supposed to be able to use this on its own, but last time I tried it, it didn't seem to work well for me, but maybe I didn't put enough product. I don't know. Maybe it's just not my shade. Maybe I need to dip more into the... I don't know. We'll try it again. And if it doesn't seem to do what I want it to do, then I can go in with the CoverGirl one. I don't know, it seems like it's doing something now. Maybe I just didn't dip into it enough. I don't know. Maybe I was having an off makeup day. I know this side I have like that really big bald spot right there. Maybe I just need to put a lot of product into there. It's kind of filling it in. So it filled it in pretty well. It still looks a little bit not as filled in as I like it, but at the same time it is kind of giving it the more of that natural look where you can kind of see it peeking through a little bit. I don't know. I feel like there's still a little bit of a bald spot, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with the CoverGirl and just kind of fill in that one little area where I could just still see it peeking through. Just because it makes me a little self-conscious. Alright, so I don't think this product's bad at all. Just like I said, oh, that concealer is like seeping into my creases. Anyways, I don't think this product's bad. I just think I have I don't have thick eyebrows, so I have spots that are very kind of bald, or just very thin. So if you don't have thin brows, I think this product would work really well. I mean, this side's not very thin and it worked really well on this side, but I did have to go in with the CoverGirl on this side just to kind of fill in a little couple spots, just because this wasn't really filling them in the best, but I do think it's really nice on the brows. It's just, if I didn't have such thin brows, this would work great for me. Alright, so now I'm just going to set my face, and still using up this Becca one here. I'm almost done. So close. I'm hoping by this month, I will finish it up so I can move on to something else, but I'm just being stubborn. I just want to use up this product. I don't have to use it up, but it's kind of like my goal right now. So that's why I've just been sticking with this and not using any other setting powders. It'll just feel like an accomplishment if I just use it up and put it in my empty pile. I'm using the Tati sponge thing. I bought these when they came out. I like this one a lot for setting, but I didn't really like this one for putting foundation on. It just didn't work for my dry skin. I don't know. I should use it again. Maybe my skin has changed a bit. Maybe it'll work better, but I really like this one for using to set. It's like a little puff. Alright, bronzer. Going in with the Wet n Wild. It's just called a bronzer. Yeah, it's just bronzer in the shade Sunset Striptease. Like I said, this one does look like it has a little bit of the shimmer in there. I don't like the packaging because it's hard to open. I always feel like I'm gonna break a nail or something trying to get this open. I don't like that. I don't know why it's so hard to open, it just is. Okay, finally. Alright. Going with the bronzer, like I said, it does look like it has like some shimmer in it, which I'm not a fan of. I mean, during the summer, I don't mind a little bit of glowiness, but it's not summer right now. My hair's kind of crazy right now, but I don't really care, so yeah. I just slapped it up in a ponytail. So far it looks okay on the skin, and actually I don't really see any shimmers that much. So maybe it's like a light shimmer. Yeah, I actually really like this bronzer. I think it's like a good gradual bronzer. Because sometimes, I don't know, I think it's a good shade that I can build up. It's not like overly dark, but I can make it darker if I need it to be. And it's blending out really well. And I like the shade of it. So yeah, it's a really good bronzer. So far, I'm really, really liking it. And this is my first time using this. I think I forgot to say that, but yeah, this is my first time using this. So I'm actually really impressed. And Wet n Wild is super affordable, so that's always a win. Alright, and then moving on to blush. So again, I have two blushes here. I just pulled the two of them out because I wouldn't want to use this one just on its own because I don't really know if I'm going to like the blushes. Which I think I'm going to swatch them real quick. Are they shimmery? These actually don't feel the best. They feel really chalky. So that's another reason I plan on doing declutters in January. So I've kind of been trying to use up all the products that I haven't tried out so I can see if I like them or not. So if I don't like them, I'll end up decluttering them. But if I do, so I guess I'm just going to dip into these. Maybe I'll use this one next time. I mean, I'm still going to use this one, but I'll just switch up between the two. Alright, so I think I'm just going to dip into the two blushes, but I think I'm just going to kind of mix them. But gosh, there's so much kick up. So far, I'm not impressed, and I really don't like the packaging. I don't like these little strips because I feel like it doesn't really get on your brush that well. But that's pretty. I do like the color. And it is pretty pigmented. I think really the only complaint I have is just the packaging. And like I said, it is really chalky and there's a lot of kick up. So that's not always good, but so I don't know this one. It didn't swatch too dark, but this highlighter might be a little too dark for me. I'll see. Very nice subtle glow. I want to go ahead and try the Milani one. Just put this on top. So this is the Milani Baked Highlighter in the shade 110. I don't know how to say that name there. But there's the name right there. So I'm going to put this on to see if it amps it up a little bit. Or maybe they're both very like subtle. I think it amped it up a little bit. This one is kind of more of the shade that I like, that little, like more of a silvery kind of highlight is my favorite, but I do like golds too. I'm just going to be very glowy today, and that's okay. I do think the Milani one is a little bit more beaming. Yeah, so far I like them, both of them. I mean, like I said, this one's just a little bit powdery and kind of chalky, but the pigmentation is still there. I am curious just to see how it's going to last throughout the day, if it's just going to fade really quickly or if it'll actually stay. Alright, now I can finally move on to the palette. So again, I'm using the Violet Voss Essentials 2 palette. And again, here are the shades. I do like that it has some pop of color, but you know me, my eyes are automatically drawn to the neutral side. Not saying I won't use these, but probably for today I probably won't. Yeah, so far it looks like it's got a decent mixture of mattes and shimmers. I think these two are, they're mattes, but I can't really tell. Are they supposed to be shimmers? No, I think they're mattes. Maybe they're like a mixture of matte shimmer, I don't know. So I'm just gonna go ahead, come up with a look real quick, and then I'll tell you what shades I used at the end. Alright, so eyes are done, and not bad, not bad. Alright, so what I used is I used beige over here as my transition shade, but this shade was basically like my skin tone, so I just felt like it was just setting my eyes, kind of prepping it, you know, doing what a transition shade should do, but I didn't really see the color because it was my skin tone basically. Then I went into clay, which I thought was a really nice brown. It was one that I could build up. And then I deepened up the corners here with chocolate brown, just because that's what I do. I deepen up the corners because that's what I like to do, which I probably could add a little more. Probably could deepen up a little more because I didn't notice it kind of faded a little bit just from putting the shimmer on. So I'm going to do that real quick. Even though, you know, I've already put my eyeliner and everything on. Who cares? Alright, then I went in with the rose gold over here, which is really pretty, like pink. And it kind of has like, you can kind of see the gold in there, and that's basically what I did. Then I, you know, did my bottom lash line with the mattes that I showed you, and then I just put mascara on. Or not mascara, and then I just put eyeliner and everything on, which I feel like I'm wearing a lot of pink now. I feel like I should be like Mean Girls or something, be like, on Wednesday we wear pink, you know, kind of that famous quote, but it's a Friday, so I'm changing it to Friday. On Friday we wear pink girls. Alright, so now I'm just going to move on to mascara. And the mascara I'm using is the Grande mascara. This is supposed to be like a lash boosting mascara here. I don't know if it really does do that, but we will see. Here's what the wand looks like. It has a very nice skinny wand, which I prefer these types just because I feel like it's easier to get it on my lashes, especially my bottom ones, and then I don't feel like I make as many messes with a smaller, like skinnier wand. Alright, so there's mascara on. I don't think it's a bad mascara. I don't really feel like it does a whole lot for my lashes. Maybe lengthens them a little bit, but it doesn't really volumize or anything. So I don't really know what it means by lash boosting formula. Is it supposed to like help my lashes grow or something? I don't really know. But it's not a bad mascara, and it looks nice. Alright, so lastly, I'm going to apply lipstick, and this is what I have to choose from, and I probably will definitely go with the pink just because I don't feel like a dark red is going to really look the best. I could do a lip liner and just put some gloss on, or I might just be able to put this gloss on by itself, but I think I want to go with the Dose of Color one. So going on with the Dose of Colors, liquid lipstick in the shade Truffle. So like I said, I'm wearing a lot of pink today, which it wasn't intentional, but you know, it's just how it turned out. And I'm okay with that. What's wrong with pink? There's nothing wrong with pink. I do really like Dose of Colors and Ofra's liquid lipstick formulas. I think they're really comfortable. And they always dry down really well, and they don't like overly dry out your lips or anything like that. At least in my opinion, then they don't. My hair is so frizzy today. Don't know why. Alright, is that everything? I think that is everything. Oh, I need to set my face. I need to set my face, and I'm still trying to use up this Milani one here, the Make It Last setting spray. I have about that much left, so that's almost there. I like the smell of the spray, but it does have a fragrance, like a pretty strong fragrance. I like it, but if you're fragrance sensitive, then you wouldn't like that. Now I'm just gonna go in and tap down any setting spray that might have kind of, that mister is not the finest mist, so sometimes some globs kind of come out and just sit on the face, so I have to blend them away. Yeah, I'm actually looking really glowy. I like it. Those highlighters are actually really pretty. Now, I don't know if I want to put on gloss or just leave it as it is. I kind of like it the way it is, but I could just add a little bit of gloss. So I'll do it. So yeah, I went in with the ColourPop Ultra Gloss in the shade Well Nested. But alrighty guys, that is everything. Those are the products that I'll be using for the month of December. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. That does really help out my channel, and it also lets me know if you're liking watching these types of videos. But yeah, that is going to do it for today, guys. Please comment down below what you guys think of my picks for this month, and also let me know if any of these are your favorites, or if you tried any of these, or just anything like that. I just love talking with you guys down in the comment section. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!